as well as he does his music thing,
Mm-hmm.
he got another hustle, man. And this was part of also the other reasons that I wanted to bring him on to the show because, he chopped it out to me. He's reached out to me. He's been able to actually work with me, and be patient with me because it was a time that exactly that what he actually did for me, I wasn't ready for. You know what I'm saying? But I've since then been able to take the proper steps and get the ball rolling and do that thing and it's basically you selling life insurance, correct?
Amen, my brother. And
Word.
everything's about timing, bro.
Word.
So I
So
appreciate you. Honored to be
word.
representing
So
you,
what
my
I
brother.
want to do right now, is I did invest in some life insurance, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I want to make sure
Yes.
my mom's or my family is taken care of. These times are crazy, especially with the COVID and whatnot. But what I want to do is just one, open the forum to you to actually explain it exactly what it is you do, and then two, trying to briefly um get through like a pitch in terms of um what it is exactly that you do or that you provide somebody, like if the people like the camera is someone brand new and not understanding exactly what it is that you do, man.
Love, my brother.
So it's all open to you right now.
Thank
You
you.
got it, baby.
Word. I wanna learn, man, because
Yeah.
I'm ignorant to this. So
Hey, humbled y'all. Thank you, Brian. Honored to be representing you. And I want to let everybody knowing out there that the number one reason as to why there are ghettos, projects, and adversity and poverty and still embedded into our type of cultures is due to lack of understanding of the significance of life insurance. And I'm a financial educator. I teach people how to save and invest their money properly. I teach people how to formulate financial blueprinting to get them from level A to level Z, where they ultimately are desired about achieving with a happy and healthy retirement and a real retirement at that. Because we're gonna bring some statistics into this analysis. 60% of the population have less than $1,000 saved by the time that they actually go about retiring. Therefore, the retirement age has skyrocketed from 65 to 72 years old, because people aren't able to retire.
I
And
can't even believe that's crazy.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
and just to bring more stats into the air, my great brothers, 40% of the population does not have life insurance. 35% is Black and Latino, and our culture is a melanated people, and a lot of people believe that other entities like white people get something called an inheritance, right? And inheritance is just a masqueraded word for inheriting life insurance. Now, life insurance is the most strategic, affordable, and tactical way to go about building and cultivating longevity wealth in a lineage of a household. The reason being is, for example, guys, I'm covered for $1 million. I pay about 60 something dollars a month, right? If I die within the realms of the next 30 years, my nephew gets $1 million of tax-free money. Right now, there's not too many entities that allow us to receive tax-free money. Life insurance is an immediate estate. Now, when it comes to estate, that's an asset, and not a lot of our people have assets. We have things that we might think are assets, like our home, but if you're physically living in your home, it's not an asset. Assets are things that are continuously generating revenue, right? So, I'm covered for $1 million. If I die, my nephew gets $1 million, or rather, unfortunately, when we demise, my nephew will get $1 million of tax-free money. He takes 5% of that, 50 grand. He's eligible to buy $5 million of life insurance, 100% paid for by his uncle.
Wow.
When he passes away, he passes that to his son or daughter, $5 million of tax-free money. She takes 5% of that, which is about 250 grand. She could buy $10 million easily of coverage.
So it's a trickle down effect.
Ma-
Once
ma-
you start it,
Yeah, once
Well, and you stop me if I'm saying some wrong shit. It sounds like you're basically starting generational wealth.
absolutely. And we're utilizing it through a mechanism called OPM, other people's money.
Okay.
The banks use OPM all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
The banks take our money, unbeknownst to us, remove it, reinvest it into the market space, generating 14 to 28% rate of return. Therefore, flipping your money continuously, cultivating trillions of dollars. The wealthiest families in the American population or around the world, globally, is the bank owners. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the JP Morgans, and we'll get into that soon as well. And the reason why they're wealthy is because they're utilizing us as leverage through what is called OPM. So when you get life insurance, right, you want specifically term life insurance. The reason being is because it's the most inexpensive, has the greatest amount of benefits, and you get it for when you need it. You need it throughout the duration of your most risky years of existence. You're not going to be going skydiving at 70, 80 years old. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, not only do I offer life insurance, I'm the only entity company that does both investment and life insurance. So simultaneously, while you're invested in life insurance, you're cultivating wealth due to the same amount of compound interest that the banks are exploiting the American population with, which is investing into what's called Roth IRAs, which stands for individualized retirement accounts, annuities, which guarantees that you never outlive your income upon retirement, maximizing your 401k, 403b plans, and mutual funds, which is well diversified portfolios in which you own equity in anywhere between 100 to 500 different entities that you have partial ownership with, that you pay for without even knowing. You go into the car, get some gas, you could own equity in that gas station. You go to Dunkin' Donuts, you could own equity in that coffee. You could own equity in your car. You know, and these are just things that unfortunately our people are a little late to the party, and it's, you know, it's no fault of our own. It's not taught in school. It's not taught generationally because our parents don't really know about any of these things. But I'm proud and humbled and honored to bring this type of wisdom and intellect to our people so that we can cultivate, just like Kush brilliantly said, generational wealth inside the lineage of our households.
Facts.
Which is oh, sorry to cut you off, Jones, but it's something that you know, all of us people, like you say, you know, just any, you know, people of color is lacking in.
Yes. Because look at it like this, right? So what I like to tell some of my people, right? If God forbid you were stopped by a police officer, right? And we all know, we all seen the body cams, we all seen these countless videos. And the reason why, we'll get into that, that's embedded into the Constitution, why any of this is even eligible to happen without no real legal repercussions. But imagine you have your hands up, you say, officer, look, I have $10 million of life insurance. If you kill me, my family is $10 million wealthier. You don't think they're going to second guess killing you? And even if, God forbid, they did not second guess, at least you know that your life was not lived in vain, and that you gave the eligibility for your family to get up, pack, and leave and restart in a fresh and healthy beginning, as opposed to staying embedded into the corruption of this corporation we call the United States of America.
Yeah, man. Leave your family in debt. You know what I mean? Most of the time. That's 99.9% of the time it happens.
I mean, it costs like 10 racks just to get buried, man.
You know?
The average funeral cost
like 7,000 to 10,000.
Yeah, it's 8,000 to 20,000, brother. And
2021 shit went up, kid.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm off and shit. You know
I'm
what I'm
getting
saying?
cremated for that.
you know what I mean? But we don't need to, brother, unless, you know, we just
Unless
do the
that's
right
what you
thing.
believe.
But yeah, you could if you that's what you want to, brother. But I'm saying, like, we could afford it. We just don't know. We don't know that we
Save
could
that
afford
dough.
it. That's the thing. And you know, to the banks, just to continue off the banks, because we want to talk about this concept called inflation real quick.
Yeah.
The inflation rate is 3.22% as of 2021. So what does that mean? Inflation is the amount of percentage your buying power of your dollar decreases annually, right?
Exactly.
So if the banks are offering you 0.002% rate of return, if they're giving you 0.5 to 2.5% rate of return on your savings accounts, then your money is still depleting in buying power because it's under the low ball of inflation. So in order for wealth, rich, and a healthy life to be achieved, you have to beat inflation. And how do you beat inflation? Reinvesting your money, reallocating your money from the banking system that is utilizing, exploiting you, and putting it into Roth IRAs, mutual funds, things that have proven to do 10.45% and above rate of return for your money. So
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and so basically, what maybe I could break it down a little bit more, and then you could tell me if I'm wrong with what I'm saying. But like, you buy into this life insurance and you're paying this monthly fee. Obviously, it's for your family in terms of anything was to happen. But over time, you have accumulated this money, and what you're basically able to do for people is find ways where they could, you know, invest the same amount of money. Correct?
Absolutely.
So that's the point that caught me. So I've like I said, I've done this. He broke it down to me. I wanted to do it for a while, but I've basically, I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying that. Yeah, I'm paying that monthly bill. You know what I'm saying? And it's not crazy. It's not. And considering, because, you know, when you think of life insurance, they do ask if you're a smoker, and I am a smoker. So you know, my payment is maybe like a little bit higher than the average person that doesn't smoke. But at the same time, look at what it's doing. It's
Yeah.
basically a long-term savings plan for yourself. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And basically has the ability to cash out at the end, at the event of your and if there was like an untimely demise, knock on wood, God forbid. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know,
And the reason why we do it is because, brother, we know the day that we're born, but we don't know the day that we pass
Facts.
away. And
Facts.
I know me personally, I've been in, no exaggeration, bro. All jokes aside, I've been in probably 5 to 7 car accidents. I've been jumped numerous times. I've been shot at. I've been, you know, people try to stab me in my back, literally, and these are things that happened when I was a kid. In college and stuff, you know. So when it came to the concept of life insurance, I got it immediately because I'm like, hey, look, I got
at any time, man.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be prepared, and you know,
people
look out for your family.
People, bro, envy is a weak emotion, and a lot of people feel envy when they don't even know who you are, what you're about. They just see what you're wearing, or
Sometimes they don't even know what they're jealous of. They just it's the
Your
energy
aura.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really
It's
is,
the
the
energy
aura.
sometimes. They're like,
you know what I
yo,
mean? And me being understanding of life situations. Look, guys, we all want to put our family in a better situation than when we came in here.
Facts.
And if we could do
That's
it at
what we
an
live for,
affordable
right?
rate for a guaranteed thing that's unfortunately gonna happen, then you know why not invest into your most valuable asset, yourself and your family, and get something to protect? Because at bare bones minimum, pay $67 a month. If God forbid I did not become a millionaire, which I highly doubt, and I know these gentlemen are gonna become millionaires and billionaires, Anthony alongside as well.
Word up.
And you know,
Gotta believe, man.
absolutely. Everything, we are the only creation from God that has the ability to create. That's why we are made in God's image, because we think, we write, we do, we create. Like this platform, which is amazing.
Facts. Word.
And you know, and a bare bones minimum, if I were to pass away prematurely, which I have no control over to a certain degree, I know that my nephew will be a millionaire, and I know that I will converse with him to tell him how to strategically make that $1 million elongated for a generational lineage of wealth. And that's what it's about, guys. Because if I asked any individual on the face of human earth, what are you working so hard for? They're gonna tell me because they want to put their family, themselves, their people into a higher platform. And the most efficient way to do it, $40, $50 a month. Here's some life insurance. Here's $400,000, $500,000 of coverage. Congratulations, protected your most valuable asset.
Facts.
and you know.